Martin E.P. Seligman, Learned Optimism, How to Change Your Mind and Your Life. Welcome to the enlightening journey of transforming your mindset and life through Learned Optimism, authored by Martin Seligman. In this remarkable book summary, readers can expect a compelling exploration of the power of optimism and pessimism. Delve into the science and impact of explanatory styles, which determine how we think about and react to negative events in our lives. Along the way, discover the surprising connection between our outlook and overall health, performance, and success. By understanding the principles in this summary, you'll be equipped with the knowledge and tools necessary to rewire your thought patterns and take control of your destiny, all in a simplified and engaging manner.
The power of explanatory style. The way we explain negative events in our lives can have a significant impact on our outlook and future. Optimists view problems as temporary and specific to a certain situation, and negative events as externally caused, whereas pessimists view problems as permanent and generalize negative events to larger contexts, and positive events as internally caused. The good news is that all three behavioral patterns can be changed. By recognizing our explanatory style, we can take conscious steps towards developing a more optimistic outlook and improving our outcomes in life. The power of explanatory style. Our explanatory style shapes how we perceive events and react to them. Our experiences, especially in childhood, play a significant role in developing either a pessimistic or optimistic style. Parents and teachers are crucial in imparting this style. For instance, girls are more likely to have an internal explanatory style, while boys tend to have an external one. Furthermore, crises offer an opportunity to learn an optimistic style. The good news is that since explanatory style is learned, we can change it. We can choose to talk positively to ourselves and become more hopeful and resilient. The power of optimism. Optimism has many beneficial effects on our health. Optimists tend to have a stronger immune system and take better care of themselves because they believe their actions have a positive impact. They also encounter fewer negative life events and find it easier to sustain friendships, which is beneficial to their health. On the other hand, pessimists often have a weaker immune system, lead unhealthy lifestyles, encounter more negative life events, and suffer from more stress. Confiding in someone who is close to you during rough patches can help improve your situation. The power of optimism goes beyond what most of us assume. Decoding the root cause of depression. Depression is a prevalent epidemic in the West that affects around 25% of its population at some point in their life. Although negative events and biological factors contribute to depression, they can't fully explain the phenomenon. Studies have shown that genetic influences are weak, and negative life events can't be the central cause of depression. Instead, it's our explanatory style and how we view events that determine whether we become depressed or not. People are prone to learn helplessness, meaning, they believe their actions are futile, and it can lead to depression. The study proves Seligman's model of depression, stating that depressive symptoms occur only when you feel that you can't do anything to change the situation. Though loss, defeat, and failure can cause depression, it is our belief that nothing we do can alter the situation that leads to it. The power of optimism in sports. Optimism plays a significant role in a team's performance, especially in sports. An optimistic team will always outperform a pessimistic team, particularly after a previous defeat. This notion is supported by studies comparing the explanatory styles of baseball teams and swimmers after a loss. In 1985, Seligman and his colleagues rated the optimism of baseball teams from two different seasons. The New York Mets, with an especially optimistic approach, outperformed the more pessimistic St. Louis Cardinals. A similar experiment was conducted on the 1987 Berkeley swim team. The optimists swam just as well or even better after being told they performed significantly worse than their first trial, while the pessimists swam much slower. The explanatory style of individuals has a significant influence on their subsequent performance. The power of optimistic explanatory style. The way you explain obstacles in your life affects your chances of overcoming them. Even children with an optimistic explanatory style perform better in school than pessimistic children. In an experiment, when given unsolvable math problems, optimistic children persevered while pessimistic children gave up. Optimistic college students also achieve better grades than their SAT scores predict. A study by Seligman revealed that optimistic freshmen performed better than predicted, while pessimistic freshmen did worse. It's clear that adopting an optimistic explanatory style can lead to better outcomes in life. Optimism in professional success. The explanatory style of an individual can determine their success in professions that involve a lot of rejection. People with an optimistic explanatory style are better suited for sales jobs that involve cold calling. The author provides an example of the insurance company Metropolitan, where only those who continued to call at least 10 leads a day, no matter how many rejections they received, became successful. Seligman's study shows that aptitude or talent is not sufficient to predict professional success, particularly in fields where one encounters a lot of setbacks. Therefore, he suggests selecting personnel for three main characteristics: motivation, aptitude, and optimism. Overcoming pessimism. Learn how to change your beliefs and overcome the negative self-talk through the ABC technique by Albert Ellis. Are you tired of feeling pessimistic and stuck in negative self-talk? Do you want to learn how to change your beliefs and adopt a more positive outlook on life? Look no further than the ABC technique developed by psychologist Albert Ellis. The ABC technique involves 3 steps: adversity, belief, and consequence. To begin, monitor yourself to observe the link between adversity, belief, and consequence in your life. By recording these 3 components and recognizing their negative effect, you can identify at least 5 ABCs in your own life. Adversity can describe any challenging event, from an argument with a loved one to forgetting to buy groceries. Belief concerns how you interpret these situations and can include thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'm a terrible parent." Finally, consider the consequences of these beliefs, such as feeling depressed or getting angry. Once you've identified your ABCs, you can begin to change them. Recognize that your beliefs largely determine the consequences, and work to reframe negative thoughts into positive ones. With practice, you can use the ABC technique to overcome pessimism and adopt a more optimistic outlook on life. The power of beliefs. Our beliefs have a significant impact on our emotions, decisions, and outcomes. While it's challenging to determine the truth of our beliefs, negative events often affect us based on how we think about them. Different beliefs can lead to different consequences, even for children. By understanding and altering our beliefs, we can live happier lives and guide our children to do the same. For instance, by replacing negative beliefs with positive ones, we can change the outcome of challenging situations, such as being rejected by a friend. Therefore, it's crucial to be mindful of our beliefs and teach our children to think positively to achieve better outcomes. Transforming negative beliefs. Do you tend to view stressful situations as permanent and self-inflicted? The book suggests transforming negative beliefs by disputing them based on 4 questions. First, determine if the belief is true based on evidence or if an alternative explanation exists. Then, assess the probability and implications of the belief if it were true. Finally, consider the usefulness of the thought. This process can be further enhanced by externalizing the negative beliefs and defending oneself against them out loud with a friend or child. By practicing these techniques regularly, one can become a full-fledged optimist and change their negative beliefs for good.
There is no doubt that optimism and positive thinking can bring transformative changes to our lives. With Learned Optimism, you've embarked on a fascinating expedition that firmly places the reins for self-improvement in your own hands. Seligman's instructive insights have revealed the significance of our explanatory styles, and the potential for fostering an optimistic approach to dealing with adversity. Embracing optimism not only boosts our mental and physical well-being but also enhances our performance and resilience. By implementing the practical techniques and strategies discussed in this book summary, you've taken an essential step towards a more empowered and joyful life. So go ahead and seize the opportunity to change your mind and ultimately your life.